Can I? Okay. As long as we're talking about someone on SmackDown, I want to talk about someone on SmackDown that I've had such an undying love for it within the last couple weeks. With everything that's been going on in my life, I haven't had a lot of time to like sit down and watch an episode of SmackDown. So I've been sticking to Twitter and clips on YouTube. And if they don't put that motherfucking belt on Samoa Joe,
Yes.
I'm gonna lose my shit. Samoa Joe has captured something that I think every single person wanted Dean Ambrose to be, was a giant piece of shit that is batshit insane in the sense of he could murder you by looking at you. And that's exactly what Samoa Joe can do. His promo that he cut on all, what was it, all six men? Five men?
I'm trying to pull that up right now.
That promo he cut on the individuals in the ring, what he said to Hardy was, why don't you act like this is an AA meeting and sit and wait your turn. I love that line. I love how comfortable everyone's getting with, or I guess how comfortable Jeff Hardy is with being like, hey, you know what? Let's go for this because I know it'll get you heat. That's clearly knowing the business. I love what he said to Randy Orton. I love what he said to Mustafa Ali. I love what he said to AJ when he was like, how's our girl Wendy doing? He said, our girl Wendy, which I love. He has just captured exactly... I mean, he's just being Samoa Joe. He's always been this way in every single promotion. Like 2 weeks ago, I was watching his match with Necro Butcher, right?
Ring of Honor?
No, yeah, was it Ring of Honor? No, it was Iowa.
Oh, I don't know.
It was the IWA.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it was the IWA. And even then, he had a mouth on him. He had the strikes. He had the choking. And here he has. Just he's such a good talker. He's got the talking ability of Enzo, but the wrestling ability of like 900 Enzos, because Enzo can wrestle to save his life. Right. So he's got literally, and trust me, Daniel Bryan has been killing it as WWE champion with his promos and with his in-ring stuff. He's been absolutely killing it. He reinvented himself tremendously, and I think him and Samoa Joe right now have been these shining stars on SmackDown Live for a show that didn't really need a shining star in that moment. They had Mustafa Ali, AJ Styles, Randy Orton was doing a lot of great stuff. I just said Orton. Jeff Hardy was starting to do a lot of great stuff, and all of those guys in that main event scene in the Elimination Chamber played such an important role these last few months. They may have not been in the mainstream for the longest time, but when they got there, it all made sense as to why they got there. So it was very understandable storytelling. Not only that, you got just phenomenal work from Samoa Joe, Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, and Mustafa Ali that has just been mind-blowingly amazing. And it's hard to believe that there's still another guy who's not even part of this that is still kind of, I wouldn't say lingering, but he is right there. He is like a fingernail away with Cien Almas. Or I guess Andrade. Andrade and Mysterio have been doing such good things for SmackDown. And right now, SmackDown is in a very, very good time. Yes, the tag division is in a weird suffering state. And that United States title makes no sense right now. I don't even give a shit about it.
R-Truth.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I think aside from those things those are overtime fixes. I can't expect to watch next week's episode of SmackDown and everything to be fixed, but you can tell when the seeds begin to be planted for things to be changed. And I think that's something that's coming, especially with this tag division. I love Heavy Machinery to death. I think they're lovable, goofy idiots. I think everything that SmackDown's doing right now makes a ton of sense, and it's going swimmingly, a lot better than its big brother on the USA Network the day before the Monday Night Raw. SmackDown just has something to it right now that is really special, and I can't seem to put my finger on it. And I think it has only 100%, or at least 99.5%, Samoa Joe carrying that division with his talking, and Bryan carrying it with his amazing heel work, and Mustafa carrying it with his unbelievability, and Almas carrying it with his unbelievability, and Hardy, Orton, and AJ carrying it with just their solid, as always, in-ring work and reinventing themselves. Everything that's going on right there is really, really understandable. You know what? I know I talked for like 10 minutes right there, but it just everything on SmackDown right now feels like it's coming together, and it feels like I'm not watching a cluster of a show where I don't know what's happening. And that's great for their Fox arrival pretty soon.
Well, we hope it's great, because they still get lower ratings than Raw. And
it does. It does.
Fox,
but trust me, could you imagine this shit on cable? On basic cable? Could you imagine?
Broadcast network?
Broadcast network, did I say basic cable?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, here's the thing. Fox is going to be wanting like 3 million average viewers on the ratings.
Yeah.
Because that's what they were getting with Master Chef Junior.
What? Jesus.
I don't know what they're getting right.
It's a very good show, to be fair.
I don't know what they're getting right now. I can look it up. What they're getting on Fridays right now with it's Tim Allen's show Last Man Standing, and then they have some show with a bunch of old guys called The Cool Kids. I don't know what airs after that though. But I don't know what those shows are doing, but basically that's what they're going to be replacing.